Elijah's our pug. He's so ugly. He's cute. He got a bowl cut and mutton chops.
And,
Like,
and blessings will be abound.
oh God.
All right. Well, so I'd kind of spoken with everyone briefly. Hang on. I'm getting feedback from somebody real quick. Who is it?
Maybe me, because I'm not hearing it.
Okay. It was a little distracting. I hate it when I get myself in a feedback loop. Then I'm like, what am I saying? What am I saying? So my understanding.
I disabled all my cookies. So that, all right, erase all my cookies. So let's see if I'm No, I'm not broadcasting.
Yeah, you're good. I think I'm gonna throw someone under the bus. I think it was Eric because I saw him picking up his headphones. So his headphones might have just been because it wasn't next to his ears. So anyways, my understanding is you guys had woken up. That is where we left off, and you guys are kind of making that decision. You guys were more leaning to trying to retrieve and go get the missing items and figuring out, who, what, why is stealing from your. Okay. So it's the next morning. You guys are in the inn. The inn called the Northern Light, which ironically is missing its northern light. There is just like a big cauldron of stew heated up in their little like continental breakfast area with a big ladle and a bunch of spoons and bowls there. But nobody kind of seems to be there right now. So you guys have full liberty to speak and talk, or if you want to go find people, you obviously may certainly do that.
He feels immediately getting soup. Like, no questions asked. Like, it's right there. Elite feels going for it.
Okay.
Yeah, you also need to move your token over there because that's where we're at.
No, I was like, what are you talking about? I have no, what token are you?
You're the group token.
Yeah, you're the group token. It doesn't matter right now. So Elifiel is getting soup. What is everybody else doing?
Soup.
Soup.
Definitely soup.
Okay. So everyone grabbing the soup, having a seat. Anybody wanting to talk? I'm just kind of like letting you guys get that dialogue if you so choose. Great. So what is her name again? I cannot remember. Give me 30 seconds here.
Karen.
You were actually very close. It's Corey. So Corey walks in, and she just kind of has that. She's always got the resting bitch face kind of going on. Is the best way I kind of like always envision her. Real short cut hair, kind of Karen-esque. Good soup. Someone typed in good soup. Shooting Christmas. And she just kind of got that resting bitch face on, just kind of looking at you guys. Don't really say anything, but get behind the, I guess like the foyer, the entryway, the welcoming area, and just kind of sitting there, kind of giving you guys a look.
Good boy.
Elifiel's just kind of looking over, like, oh, what are we not supposed to get this? Is this okay? We can help ourselves. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Is it good?
Oh, it's great.
Good. Just kind of like looking around, kind of like moving her eyes around, looking like.
Do you generally get a lot of people in here in the mornings?
No, just soup is prepared for you. Uh, honestly, we don't get a lot of people up here in the north, anyways. For about the last 2 months, anyways. So yeah.
Right. Well, I just didn't know if uh, other members of the town, maybe if they didn't have much food to eat, that they would come here like a soup kitchen.
No, no. Most people go to the hook, line, and sinker. Uh, and after you guys get a full belly of things, do you need anything before you head out?
I get seconds.
What? I don't believe so.
I'll be.
Do you think we need something?
No, I just. People don't come to the north to us to help. So most adventurers could care less retrieving a worthless lamp and some goats. Like, I'm just taken back by the kindness, I think.
Well, I try to visit all the towns. I just hadn't been up this way in quite some time.
Only visited one town. Well, maybe this will be my second.
Oh,
I just figure if I'm already here, I might as well help.
well, that's very kind of you. Thank you.
Also doesn't hurt that there's money in it.
Elijah will finish his soup and cast Goodberry and give person a berry.
Okay.
Shall we?
I suppose we shall.
We do.
Yeah.
Get up and leave. Just walk straight out.
All right. So as you guys head out, what do you guys do?
Well, let's see here. Torvis's note said that the thief is most likely from the east or south, right? It all happened on the eastern side of town.
The
So it came
majority of the
from
stuff
northeast or southeast.
has happened over in this area that you guys have been, where the Northern Light is, the hook, line, and sinker. The other one is so many tabs. I apologize. Over here. So it's been over this way, and then the tracks that Turvis has seen, has been to the north, to the northeast, heading in that direction. But he also assumes, because of the ice and snow not really sticking on the ice super well, tracks are easily lost on the ice. So he also assumes that maybe whoever's coming in could also come from the ice.
Well, I suppose we could follow the bank.
Wouldn't get on the ice if, some people are worried about that. Just looking up at, what the
two
hell
big
is your
ones.
name?
Attic.
Yeah.
I'll be fine. I use a stick. I can swim too.
Well, that is good. I don't know if I can swim. I've never tried. I don't think I've tried. Maybe.
Do not try in this water. It's very cold. You will die.
Well, that is good to know. Good to know. Good.
Well, you're in doubt. You can try not falling in the first place.
Oh, it wouldn't be on accident. Okay, so I have experience looking at tracks. Does anybody else know? Can we can do a joint effort if someone else knows?
Yes, I assist you
Oh,
in my
and we're
survival
going
knowledge.
along the bank towards the south.
Yes.
Towards northeast.
Well, the lake is.
The
Yeah.
bank
Okay.
goes
Yeah.
up to the side.
Yeah. Okay.
More than
Okay.
likely
Okay.
to.
I had a weird picture in my mind.
Look at the real picture on your screen.
No, I won't. My computer screen is small on my laptop, and I have so many tabs. What am I looking for? Do I roll investigation or no survival?
So here's my question
Or-
I wanted to ask
I
you
don't
then.
know.
And I'm doing this to let you kind of see the size of the lake and how big it is. So that's why I moved it there. When you said that, you're starting to look for tracks, where did you start looking for tracks?
I suppose just going right, like on the edge of town, and then just
Following the
sni-
bank.
Yeah.
So give me a survival check.
Okay.
I assist. Give advantage.
That works.
Oh, I need a click advantage. Okay. Survival. Yeah.
Okay. So as you're starting to walk, you're noticing a very, very, very fresh set of tracks. They are small and kind of clumped together, which would lead you to believe that they are dwarven. If you recall, Trovis believes it is a dwarf that is doing all of this. Give me a second. Hang on, Walker just called for me. They've been gone all night.
Wonder if there's goat tracks too. Goats have been stolen.
Okay.
Uh,
Walker's coming here real quick and wants to say hi to everybody. Here you go.
Yay!
Ah,
Yay!
Hey.
Hey!
Hi.
hi.
Hi, Walker.
How you
Hi.
doing?
Good.
All right.
You can do this?
You
Well, that's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
We're all trying to do this.
You can do it.
Yeah. All right.
All right, buddy. You want to go upstairs and go play with trains with your mama? Do you see yourself on the screen?
I do.
Is that what
Okay, it's your turn.
Okay, it's my turn. All right, buddy. Go upstairs and play with trains with your mama.
Walker
There
is
you
I
so
love it.
cute.
I love it. Essentially, Walker told us,
Yeah.
"You can do this.
You can do this. And then he saw the screen or the stream on the other screen and just went staring at himself.
I get stage fright too. I know that feeling.
My line. So back to what I was saying. You would believe that they are small tracks, which would be made up by a dwarf or small creatures like that. Hang on a second. I gotta get him out of here. He's gonna distract the heck out of me. So you would believe it's dwarfs. Torvis believes it's dwarfs. Other than Trax has no other reasons to believe that. But it looks like it's just one track, kind of going around different houses and different windows to what you believe might be peering into houses. And they are so fresh, it was definitely overnight, is what you're able to tell.
Oh wow. This all happened
Even
while we
with
were
that
sleeping.
11.
Somebody
All
should have
right.
taken watch.
I mean, it's snow. Tracks are pretty easy to find.
Yeah.
It's when the blizzards come. That's
Right.
when you're going to struggle. Oh, and to also say, today is a nice dark day. No sun, obviously, but minimal windshield. It is a clear, cold, bitterly cold day. But other than that, it's not bad. So, no winds, no snows, nothing as of right now.
This looks like a dwarf, and he's creeping. We should creep on him. Or her.
Let's go.
I do not know.
So, what do you guys decide to do with the trucks?
I want to
Right,
follow
us.
them.
Yes.
I think that sounds like a great idea.
All right. So we are now going to be heading out of town. So I would
Yes.
like to get marching orders.
I'm up at the front.
Okay. Kedek and I assume Elifio is up at the front, following the trucks.
Yeah.
Who is the rear?
I'm up there with Kedek too.
Okay.
Good,
Yeah,
good,
makes
good
sense.
job with my name.
I'll
Thank
be in
you.
the back.
Okay.
I-
I think actually Blackthorn would probably try and linger to the back as much as possible.
Okay.
And I will stay directly in front of Stin.
Okay. Cool. So it sounds like the front maybe is more of a jumble, which is fine. Obviously, we're not kindergartners walking in a straight line. But I have in the very front Kedek, Christopher, Alifio, and then kind of, I think you said you would be in front of Sten, right, Elijah?
Correct.
So then Elijah, and then Sten and Blackthorn, I think, bringing up the rear, maybe kind of jumbled up. So we'll say like an hourglass with Elijah in the middle, which is perfect because then, all you have to do is turn around and you can talk to him or just talk right up in front of him. He's right there in the center for everyone to communicate with.
Talk to our local therapist.
All right. So you guys are starting to get out of town. You are essentially in the tundra. You'll see little bunny, little hare rabbit, little tracks, other creatures that are out there. But you don't really see any signs of life. You'll come across larger rock formations. But really you're just following these one tracks. Along the way, is anybody doing anything of note that they would like to talk about?
Does it look like it's like a steady pace and like that these tracks like they're not, drunken, they're just marching forward kind of thing, or just trying to get like, is this dwarf drunk, or are they trying to wind around, or like what's going on?
They are just essentially walking in a straight line.
Cool. Just wondering about like the character.
They're just kind of going straight. You could try to read more into it, but with the 11 and just common sense, they're just they're normal tracks. Nothing without further investigation leads you to believe that anything other than walking is being taken place.
Okay.
Can I keep an eye on the horizon and just anything in the distance that might be coming at us?
Absolutely, you may. So my question that I have for everybody is, who here has dark vision?
Not
I
I,
do
but
not.
I have a lantern.
Blackthorn does.
I think
Okay.
I might.
Eric, your guy should.
Yeah, I have dark vision.
How do I find out?
Does not.
Bottom right of your character sheet.
Yeah,
There's all
yeah, I
the
do.
stuff listed. Yeah.
So no.
Yes.
Alefiel does. Sten, no.
Yes.
Elijah, no. Blackthorn, yes. Does Kedek?
Nope.
I didn't think so. And then, so Christopher. So half the party. Okay. Awesome. I just kind of wanted to know. Obviously, you can kind of see out, but some see better than others. Go and give me a perception check.
Everyone?
No, Robbie in particular, or Kedek in particular, just because he was saying that he was kind of looking out on the horizon. Okay. Yeah. It's just you don't really see anything. I mean, it's not that you think you don't see anything. It's just you might also think that's kind of normal. Like you're out in the tundra up here. Not a lot happens out here. It's not completely flat, so there are hills and different terrain. So even when you kind of get up on top of a different like snow mound or like perch of a hill, you're not really kind of seeing much. But anything else anybody's doing?
Blackthorn will kind of be keeping an eye behind the group,
Okay.
and then kind of away from the tracks if he sees any like marks or dips in the snow that's not like some little animal or something like that.
Okay. Give me a perception as well, if that's what you're trying to do, or survival, whichever one you think fits what you're trying to do. I've never said that, but as a DM, I absolutely love that. You're intelligent enough to roll what you're trying to do. Don't make me figure it out for you. And I'll tell you if I like it or not. Yeah, so perception, you're just kind of looking out. You're not seeing anything out of the ordinary either. A lot of, you're following the tracks. There doesn't seem to be
Any wheels are coming
deviations right now.
off.
Yeah. But yeah, it's there's a whole lot of nothing out here. The town is slowly but surely getting out of sight. So the smoke and the lights of the little town are starting to disappear into the distance behind you.
And it's still morning, right? Or is it like midday at this point?
It's still morning. You guys will only have been walking for 30 minutes at this point.
Is there a decent distinction between the lake and the land? Or is the snow making that difficult? Okay.
Yes, and you're quite a bit. You no longer see the lake, so the tracks are not following the lake. So if that was a confusion, there you go. No, you are in tundra, in hills, going over, into the northern abyss, if you will. But from your experience, you do know for sure that the snow doesn't really build up on the ice very well. So the wind moves it. It doesn't stick super good. When you're on the ice, you kind of know there'll be, about an inch or so at most of the snow. But there could be feet of snow on land in certain areas. So, as you guys are walking out again, you guys aren't long. The tracks stop. And you're about
Just abruptly stop.
abruptly stop.
I only asked this because I have keen smell. Is there like any kind of smell to the tracks, and is that like a potential thing?
Ooh, give me perception or survival, or honestly, any of those would work. Whichever one you think you're doing. I like that again.
And
Roll
then
for smell.
right, roll for snoot.
Yes.
Do I have advantage on that?
Yes, yeah, because of your keen smell for sure.
As I see Kedek start to sniff around, I'm going to say a little prayer. Put my hand on his shoulder.
Oh, thanks.
Give him guidance.
Chris is gonna roll his eyes really hard. Like, God, we're doing this again.
I like
I
how
just
you
imagine-
can. What's that? Sorry.
I was just gonna say, I imagine myself like getting under the snow and like sticking my trunk up above it like a submarine like periscope.
Just imagining like that little vacuum creature from Teletubbies.
So the thing I like that I'm thinking is this is the only character that someone was like, I see them smelling. I'm gonna give guide where I'm not like, I don't think that's gonna happen. You're not like seeing some human being like that's no. But yeah, the woolly mammoth, yeah, I'm pretty sure you're identifying he's smelling something out. Let me give him
Yeah,
some
if you
guidance.
watch the X-Men, you can definitely tell when Wolverine's trying to pick up a scent.
So so with the 18, yes, there is a
Well, isn't it 22?
oh sorry, well, even better, but with the 18 would have been good enough. There is a foul
Don't forget the
odor
prayer.
left like in the air. It's not strong as in like it is here right now, but there was definitely something disgustingly vile that was here once.
Is there any connection to the tracks? Like, is it stronger where the tracks stop? Does it get weaker, or is it just everywhere?
It's kind of everywhere. Like when you start smelling and like putting your mind to it, right? So like everyone else around you, like, I mean, maybe. I mean, again, you have your keen smell, but you're kind of looking, kind of using your senses as you're able to, and then you're kind of noticing it. You know what I mean? So it's like you may not notice something until you touch it, but once you touch it, you're like, oh yeah, it is there. So you looking for it, smelling for it, you smell it now, and you're like, it's there, and it's probably been there for a while, but without you looking for it, you didn't really notice it. But now that you've gotten the scent, you're
And
like,
you said it was just like really foul, like when something's dying or decaying or something.
yes.
Or
Yeah, you if and I'm sure your character has been around death, it has that kind of smell of like a rotten animal or something like that.
Robbie, the human, knows that smell very
Probably,
well.
yeah.
Unfortunately,
Elijah's just going to look up. I mean, the track's just stopped, so I'm going to look up.
Look up into the sky.
Yep.
Give me a perception.
Phil's actually looking
Just-
down, so
Just to make sure that there's nothing above us that he climbed up or something.
Give me a perception check.
I'm thinking that like some eagle like swooped down and picked up a dwarf.
Oh, it's the dark sky, the dark morning sky of twilight, of dusk, that you are very familiar with.
can I start digging where the tracks end? Like in the snow?
Yeah, what's your passive perception?
13.
13. And then Elifio, you said you wanted to do something. What did you want to do?
I wanted to check out the tracks and like before you start digging, just to see like any sort of patterns with them that I could make something out?
So now with the that you guys are you've stopped, you're looking around. The tracks are gone, but there's this different set of tracks. And now that because that's what you were following, you focused on that. They ended, and then as you guys start exploring, using your senses and seeing, something's different now. So there was a presence of something here, and so the area has been kind of manipulated a little bit. But with Robbie's passive, and honestly anybody above an 11 would have seen, there is a different set of tracks, but you're not sure what these tracks are.
Deer.
What do they look like? What shape are they?
Give me a survival check.
Can I help him with that?
You certainly can.
Heck yeah.
Is your survival better? I have
Mine's a
3.
4.
Yeah. Okay. Can we
Yes.
swap that?
Okay. You were not able to identify them, but they are substantially larger. I can't say that word. Larger than the dwarves.
And like, do they abruptly start? Like, do we know the direction that the tracks are heading?
You do, and it looks like that's maybe like it was also kind of pulling something. So you're not able to kind of figure out what it is. So and that's what's hard to tell. So if you think about it, if it's pulling something, if the heavier thing is going to leave a harder print, but if something's dragged over it, it's going to hide it a little bit. And that's why you're like, the track stopped and then something's kind of brushed over it. But it doesn't look like it was trying to conceal its tracks. It just looks like it was pulling something. And it just so happened to cover up and really hide what the tracks were originally made from.
What if a jaguar ate the dwarf and then drug off the bag of goodies?
And then a bigger jaguar
The
ate
goat?
the jaguar.
I
And
mean,
then a
And
giant
they just like
eagle
the goat became
swept down.
friends. It was
these are
But the
all
goat was still
things
friends
that are
with him.
possible.
Uh,
Unlikely is probably the better word.
the drag marks are kind of what we're seeing as far as what's dragging over the tracks. Is there a way to kind of identify if that's a sled or something?
There certainly is a way to identify if it's a sled or not.
Wow.
Does it look
Also,
like
Good
this
luck
animal
figuring
has
it out.
been
Yeah.
other tracks around here that looks like the animal's been pacing for a while? Like he staged an animal or a mount or something here and then walked into town?
Okay, Elijah, give me a check, and then Blackthorn, what were you were asking?
I was just trying to identify if I could identify if it was like a sled that was
Yeah.
pulled over.
So Elijah, you're able to see that it doesn't look like whatever it was pacing around in the area. There, you do notice a few like more pronounced steps, but it doesn't look like horses are extremely rare up here, so I'm going to use a horse as an example. So it obviously wasn't. But like if you would have a horse in the area pulling a sleigh, you would imagine all the little steps everywhere as it was spending its time up there. That hasn't happened. And then Blackthorn, you were asking to identify what it was, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, going to give me a investigation or survival as well.
Okay. By the way, does this like potentially count as like Arctic terrain for my natural explorer?
Ping your Natural Explorer. Good. Thanks. Awesome. All right. Just wanted to read a wall of text.
You can skip like the first paragraph.
No,
I
because
think, well-
it matters.
When you make an intelligence wisdom check related to your favorite terrain, your proficiency bonus is doubled, and then there's a couple benefits for the group.
Yeah, no, it'll definitely. So I don't want to give too much away, but really, Arctic and Forest are the only, and Mountain are gonna really, and maybe Underdark are gonna be your only options. So for the most part, unless it's obvious, Arctic will be the terrain.
Okay.
So yes, I'll give that to you. You are slightly under an hour, but I'll give it to you because you guys were outside talking, but you haven't really walked. So, but yeah, I'll give it to you.
Okay.
I mean, you needed it.
Yeah, I did. It's another 2 on there, so an 11.
Okay. You believe it could have been a sled of some sort. Maybe not like a finely crafted sled. Could have just been a board with a rope dragged on it. You're not 100% sure, but it's definitely something being dragged.
There's no blood or anything around, right?
You haven't given me
Or-
an investigation check, so give me one, and I'll let you know if
Okay.
you find any.
I roll for blood.
You roll for blood. You've drawn no blood, and no, you don't really see any blood.
No other fluids.
I was gonna say you do find one other fluid.
Do I really want to ask?
There might be a name. Yeah, it looks like maybe there was like some urine or something.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Um,
Somebody maybe relieved themselves here, but other than that, it doesn't look like a battle ensued. But it would be reasonable to believe that maybe somebody emptied their water canisters here.
Does Yeren have smell?
right, well, why don't you sniff it?
It does, but that's
Just
not.
to be
But
sure.
that's not going to be the smell you picked up.
Okay, so it doesn't lead anywhere. It's just right there.
Yeah. Again, it would be where somebody would have relieved themselves. I always try to look for things because I always feel bad having you roll to be like, yeah, there was no blood, there was nothing. So, but hey, that was you're probably reasonably believe that someone took a piss there.
You contributed.
Yeah.
Yay, I contributed with piss.
Just always feel bad when the answer is no. You're picking the wrong things. It's always weird when it's a module like this. Anyways, moving on. What do you guys do?
So what we know so far is the tracks we originally followed abruptly stopped, and bigger tracks continued on.
Yes.
Wait.
With something being dragged behind it.
Is it like one
There's no
right after the
staging.
other?
So sorry, two people talked over each other. So, Haley, what were you saying?
So is it like one right over the other?
Yes. So here's the way I'm going to kind of paint it, right? Because it's snow, so you will leave an indentation, right? So if you do that in dirt, there will be a print, and if you walk behind it and you try to like cover it up, you can kind of mix up your print and kind of leave, less of a trail. But if it's in the snow and you are just running something over it, if something is really heavy,
Sure. I love you.
I love you too. If something is really heavy, unless you are actively trying to hide it, it's still gonna be there. Does it make sense? So it's like kind of think about it, like right. So you got the heavy mark, then something brushed over it. It filled in the track a little bit, but you could still see the track. So what you as all intelligent trackers, I think the three of you, is that something heavy pulled something. It wasn't actively trying to hide its track because you see it. And that's what it is. So maybe a sled, maybe a board, maybe something. But
Can I take a closer look at the tracks? Because I have a suspicion that the little tracks and the big tracks met here and then went back. So can I take a closer look at the tracks that are there and see if like the small prints are like imprinted in one direction and then also imprinted in the opposite direction? Does that make sense? Like they walked that way and then walked the same way back.
yes. Yeah, give me a survival as well. Yeah.
Hey-oh.
Yeah, it looks like
It's a size 10 shoe.
Yeah. So the smaller track, you're seeing an older track coming from the same area. So you guys were following a trail, right? You're now in this general area of what this event has happened, the smell, the urine, the new tracks, but you're seeing a significantly older track that leads back the opposite direction, which would leave you to believe that something came here, went to the town, came back. Did I paint the picture good enough?
I think so.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just kind of confirmed my suspicion there.
Correct. Right. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to mislead you guys. I don't want you guys following.
I will point that out to the group. Smaller track is someone from village. They met someone else here.
A handoff.
Yes.
So the thief stole some stuff and gave it to someone else, and they rode off with it.
Yes. I think maybe follow big truck now.
I wonder if someone from the town feels as though they're tithing to another entity or something.
Stealing from tribe
Hmm.
affects survival of all. Is unforgivable.
Well, most things can't be forgiven
No.
Nope,
with
unforgivable.
time.
But yeah, shall we?
Yes.
Oh, we're going on an adventure. Or even more fun.
That's the point, Haley. God.
My character doesn't know that. All right, my character's just doing stuff. Doesn't really know what they're doing.
That's fair. But yeah, we're gonna follow the big tracks now.
Yeah.
So
Ooh.
you guys follow for a few hours. Hang on. Okay, through Jordan's tracking, you are able to discover that it is one creature. Their size is large, and it passed through mere hours ago. So maybe an hour, maybe two.
Well, that's like really soon. We're hot on their trail.
Get him, Skeeter!
All right, so
Loose cannon cops on the edge.
as you guys are walking, you're noticing a difference in the terrain here. So if you guys kind of zoom in a little bit here, you kind of notice that they're different like elevations is kind of like what the map is trying to show. You are now in a more rockier area, still Arctic, but there are rocks in the area. There will be different, kind of like, is it a gorge is what I think of? Like different like valleys and dips, and then there'll be large structures. So it's not just barren, flat wasteland. You know, it's definitely like foothills of maybe a very old mountain. So the mountain ranges aren't necessarily here. It's just the old regments of what might have been, you know, large mountains long ago.
Where on the map are we?
You are honestly where the G is. You're not far.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
you're not very
Oh.
far. Yeah, so you're just about where that G is. So, but despite Blackthorn's Arctic abilities to be able to track and follow, the trail has kind of gone cold again. But this time it's just simply because of the weather. The weather has erased the tracks. The weather's picked up, it's gotten windy, and they're gone. So you've now walked for about 2 hours following these trails, and due to just because of like the nature of the area, the different hills, wind comes through this area pretty quickly, and even looking back at your original tracks, you're noticing they're even getting covered up pretty quickly. The snow is constantly moving, and so unfortunately, the track is kind of run a little cold here. So yet we run into yet again a common theme. We don't have an exact trail. So
Everything's cold.
Everything's cold.
Can I search the area for any other indicators or any other smells?
Absolutely, of course. Yeah, give me a survival check on this one though.
Yeah. Is that with advantage or just
Oh yeah, with advantage. When you're smelling, I'll give you the advantage.
sweet?
Okay. You have a bit of a smell, but because of the wind, it's you can't really follow it. Like you could, but you're intelligent enough to know that you're probably just gonna follow the way the wind is going.
Okay. Anything else in the area?
Give me a perception check. Yes.
That would be. Yep. Okay. I
I
don't think I had advantage.
Oh, then yeah, I have to tell you yes now. Yes.
Somebody else roll.
Yes, somebody else roll quickly. I mean, it's not going to be hard. Pretty much anybody kind of now looking out on the horizon is going to notice this. There isn't much movement out in, you know, this area. You haven't really seen any movement whatsoever, except for it looks like there are 3 things underneath the snow. The way I can kind of like the way I picture it and like imagine it, you know, like the old Tom and Jerry comics or the cartoons, and Jerry runs underneath the carpet, and it like has that like little like hill that follows where Jerry is to like show that that's where he is under the carpet.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like in the snow, and there's like 3 things, and it looks like 2 things are chasing one, and they're all going very Tom and Jerry-esque, sporadically about 50, 60 yards away from you guys.
Do I know
Checking
if
my
it's
lamp.
for the animal?
you could assume it's an animal, but you can't actually see. So it is in the snow. You're looking. There's no way to know because it is in the snow.
But I wouldn't know of any animal that like does this.
Snow burrows. Snow burrows.
Rabbit snow bunnies.
Um, I hate asking for the comment. Is there a history? I can't remember what this game has.
Nature?
Nature. Thank you.
Eh.
I mean, you're thinking maybe rabbit, and then maybe something chasing a rabbit, but you're not sure what it might be.
Japanese snow monkeys.
So they're not large.
No, they're very small. Well, I mean, the two things chasing are a little bit bigger than the initial, like the lead thing.
The chasee is smaller than the chasers.
Yes.
With the speed it's going, could I catch up to it? Or like because it's in the snow?
Yeah, you could definitely. If you wanted to get to it, you could easily get to it.
I will look back to everybody else, just kind of shrug and go after it.
Can I try to ride Kedek while Kedek runs after it?
Okay, so this is going to be interesting on how I rule this.
How much do you weigh? Because
Right.
I can carry. What is 5 times 15? No, you probably weigh more than that.
Yeah, I was going to say it probably will encumber him, so you would get half speed, is where I'm kind of thinking. And then,
Do you have powerful build?
I do.
I do too. Yeah, it's one size larger.
I was
so-
thinking about picking him up with my trunk, but the trunk can't carry that much. But I think like physically, just like piggyback.
yeah, I think piggyback would be fine. As of right now, I'm just going to say yes, but if it becomes a broken like thing to allow you to get into combat easier or something like that, well, I'll have to figure out a way to balance it.
You reserve the right to DM Banhammer.
Yes, exactly. So what is your objective? Are you trying to get to the...
Ride Kedek. I love riding Kedek.
Okay, I know you. I know what you're doing, silly. It's Kedek that I'm more worried about. What is your objective? Like, you're a dog chasing a car. What are you going to do when you get to the car?
I am trying to... The thing that's being chased, I want to try to catch up to it and grab it and pull it out of the snow.
Okay. Oof. My DMing is so rusty. I'm like, okay.
So that's why I wanted to know like about speed and stuff. Is like, am I even able to catch up to it? Like,
Yes. Oh, mostly because the thing's probably not even aware of your existence. I think if it knew your existence, it would dart opposite directions. But right now, it's being bothered and chased by something else. And you're going full on onto it, correct?
Mhm.
I'm not looking at your character sheet, so this is not me being mean. It's probably your dump stat. But when you get up to it, I'd like for you to do a dexterity check, or like an acrobatic or athletics. I think both of those. Yeah. I think one of those would work. So if you have
hell yeah, I'll do
athletics. Yeah. There we go. All right. So I need to kind of move us to my blank board here.
Blank board.
The blank board.
There's reasons for this.
There's reasons for everything. So, if I could ask everybody, please, to put yourself on the board here, and then there you go. So that's
I'm
where
killing
Kedek
something
is.
today, damn it.
What's that?
I'm killing something today, damn it.
Yeah, well, exactly. So we have Kedek right there, and then you got a little off, but yeah, that's fine. I would prefer everyone to be on the bottom side of the map.
Okay.
If that's okay. Oh, I'm so sorry. Other than Kedek.
Uh,
I should have explained that better. Just
No,
to give
you're
you
good.
guys distance.
Well, Kedek and Kristoff, right?
Correct. Yeah. The ones in pursuit. So, there you go. I think that's perfect. Let me see here. What's that distance? Do you guys hear that noise?
Negative.
Okay. My kid's upstairs. I'm in the basement. My kid's upstairs, like jumping around and doing something. Literally sounds like he's dropping weights. All right. So you guys see Christopher jump on the back of Kedek, and Kedek just books it. I don't think you guys even like said or acknowledged that you were like seeing something, if I'm not mistaken. So you just kind of see Kedek book
Nope.
it. And hang on, I gotta not mess this up. Go to the DM layer, toss these things out, and come up to here. All right. So you run forward. You just go right at it. You're able to cut it off. You said you reached your trunk down to grab it.
Not my trunk, just my hand.
Okay, so you're running full on. You reach down, you stick your hand right in the snow, and you pull out exactly what you think it was gonna be. You pull out a rabbit, and immediately the two things that were chasing it stops, and one of them pops its little head up. You see white hair, purple thorns, and a purple face.
Thorns?
Purple thorns and a purple.
What kind of face? Like people face?
You see this little thing pop it
Oh, that's so cute.
doing almost exactly what this image is showing.
It's a baby.
The murder baby.
No.
This is gonna be like one of those messing with a baby bear type things.
I take it back. I don't want to kill nothing today. That thing's precious.
It's gonna pop out and immediately lunge for you. We are doing initiative, everybody.
Oh,
I don't want
I was like, the rabbit or the.
The rabbit is just losing its mind in your hand.
Initiative.
So don't forget, click on your character, make the roll.
See, Jordan, that's how a cleric goes last.
Are you sure about that?
Oh my god.
All right.
Yeah, I'm great at this game.
Is that everybody? 1, 2, 3, 4,
Missing Eric.
5.
And he also just dipped out of roll 20. So let me see what he's.
Oh.
Yeah, he's having some internet trouble.
Oh no! It's our first combat, so I want to wait. I can wait for him.
Some Yeti babies.
Yeti babies. They're gonna go down.
You're gonna kill the Yeti babies!
Yeti baby, Yeti baby, Yeti baby.
Yeti baby.
It's
I want my
a
Yeti baby.
Yeti baby.
Why did you leave us?
Ready
Did you get scared?
He went out to get some milk.
For the
Oh
babies.
no, he needs milk.
Oh no, he
Oh,
needs some
no.
milk.
I had a professor that was like obsessed with that meme.
The thing I like about college is how professors and teachers are just not at all interested at like any kind of decorum. They're just like, yeah, I'm a fucking weirdo too.
Yep. I mean, I think that's mainly with like art professors.
Yes.
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 The graphics design department was a little broy sometimes, but
Yeah.
my favorite art teacher was this drawing one who was like, do you know the show Will and Grace?
Yeah.
The one, I think her name is on the show Karen.
Yeah, yeah.
She's like exactly like her, has the same fucking voice, but like a hippie version of that, I guess is the best way to describe it. I adored her.
So I have to make the joke because I think it's one of probably The Office's funniest things. Is there's the one gay character in it, and they have like the yard sale, and they're just getting rid of all their junk, and he's got like nothing but box sets of the DVDs of Will and Grace. And they're like, "Oh, were you a big fan?" I'm like, "No." People just automatically assume I love this shit. So I was like, "Did you ever get gift wrapped?" Or like, hey, because you were like, I don't know, I think her character's name is this or whatever. So that's what made me think of it.
Amazing.
Where you at, Eric? Oh, he disconnected again.
Oof.
He is switching devices.
Okay, no worries. Speaking of switching devices, so I actually got a new phone today. For Black Friday, they
Congratulations.
were giving away a free phone.
Nice.
Nice.
It's like a $800 phone. I was like, okay, yeah, I'll take it.
Fuck yeah. I'm gonna go pee while we're waiting.
What kind of phone is it?
That's a Samsung Galaxy S21.
One of those numbers.
Yeah, one of them. It was funny. My wife was like, "They're up to 21 now." I was like, "Well, I think they come out with them every year," and they're like, "Let's just make this easier."
Yeah. iPhones, Apple products. I don't understand. It's like, oh yes, we have the iPhone 12, but then we have the iPhone Max, and then we have the iPhone Max Pro, and I'm like, oh my god, just number them, please.
Well, that's like the old like the Apple operating systems. I'm like, I have no idea what this is. Cause it'll be like, what were they? They're like the Omega, the Leopard. I'm like, why can't it just be like Windows 10, Windows 9,
Yeah.
Windows 11? I'm like, I know which one those are.
Windows 95.
Well, there was Vista.
Didn't everyone hate Vista?
I never used it, so
That's when I got my MacBook. So
I think the problem with Vista was that's the one that changed like the whole look. It was a big like it basically dumbed it down. So if you knew anything about computers, it sucked because it was when like Windows was like, "Are you sure? Are you sure you want to do this? Are you sure you want to do this?" Because I'm sure they got tired of people being like, I deleted my System32 file. Why'd you do that? I saw on the internet that if you delete it, it unlocks and the government can't watch you anymore." And I'm like, well, yeah, you broke your damn computer. So,
Eric asked if you could roll initiative for him.
yes, I can. Which one is his? Oh, I was like, where is he at?
The yellow one.
He's on the mammoth.
Mhm.
Okay.
The yellow one's the sun.
And then, is he here with you?
Like a ghost.
Okay, there you
He's
go.
in
Where is y'all's initiative? Where's initiative at?
It's up towards the top next to your armor class
Oh,
and speed.
there you go. Sorry. That's what you get for having computer crashes. You rolled exactly what you should have. All right. So first up on the list is Kedek.
I just think this is the most darling, adorable thing I've ever seen. So I'm gonna take the dodge action and just hold out the rabbit by its ears and kind of dangle it like, "Oh, you want this? You want this? Come and get it! Come and get it!"
The dog said,
The Yeti
"I
is-
will."
Yeah. The Yeti was like, yeah.
And is that your turn?
Mhm.
Okay. Sten, what are you gonna do? You see your two new companions maybe being ambushed. You're not sure. What do you do?
Well, I'm gonna charge in.
Okay.
I'm going to dash over there,
Okay.
and that's about it.
All right. Uh, the Yeti tykes are up. All right. So the closest Yeti is going to lunge forward and claw at your legs, Kedek.
With disadvantage because I'm dodging.
Okay, yeah. So does a 10 hit you?
Nope.
Okay. The next one is going to leap forward. How tall are you holding up? Because you did say you were kind of taunting it in a way, like, you want this? You want it? Come get it, kind of thing. Were you dangling it lower, or were you kind of still holding it up?
I mean, like up in the air. Like I'm not gonna hold it down to the ground.
Okay.
I'm almost 8 feet tall, so like it's got to be like a good 6 feet up in the air.
Good to know. So it will then do his action to claw at you again. With disadvantage? Or is it the
Yes.
first one?
I think it's all of them, right?
I can't remember.
Combat.
Till the start of your next turn, any rolls against you. Okay. So a 13.
Does not.
Okay. I rolled a natural 20. I was a little excited. And that is their turn. Elijah.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, here we go.
Stop moving.
Elijah will also run up. See how far I can go. Elijah will use his action to dash
Okay.
while yelling out small prayers. O Master of Mercy and hope for the helpless. Hope for the hopeless. Please watch over this flock while they face unknown dangers.
Prize.
I thought you were just running out saying, "Small prayers, small prayers,
Small prayer.
small prayers."
Small prayers.
That was awesome. I like that. And are you doing anything with that? Is there a spell, or is that just some
Nope.
flair?
That's just some flair. I'm just
I
getting
like it.
my first prayer out.
Blackthorn.
Would I know by chance if these guys are here? There might be
Si-
parental nearby. Would I know?
The mama bear situation.
Yeah. Typically, yes. Typically, there is the potential of a mama being in the area. You can give a perception to see if there is one.
Yeah, I'd like to see if I
Okay.
could spot an adult Yeti. So perception.
Okay. You're not directly seeing one, but it's also safe to assume that you've never really seen them be aggressive unless there's a bigger one around.
Okay.
So you're not actually seeing one, but you're able to make the assumption based on your character's actual knowledge of these things that you've never actually seen them be aggressive unless they knew they were protected in some form or fashion.
How far do they stray from their mamas?
Exactly. So that will be your action,
Yeah.
and you still have your movement.
I think I'm just gonna kind of move
Just meander a couple.
this way. Yeah. Just not be directly behind anyone, so I have a clear. But.
Okay.
And that'll be the end of my turn.
Christopher.
So since my computer was murdered in a horrible accident
Oh no!
that no one can prove was foul play, did I see them like try to attack Kedek already? Like
Yeah.
try to actuate. Okay.
You're close enough to kind of see. They may not be actually attacking. They may be just. It didn't look super malice.
Okay.
Like you would maybe have seen the second one maybe because they're about 3 feet tall, right? But obviously, where Kedek is holding the hair it's twice its height. So they're kind of like reaching for it and then kind of clawing at Kedek, kind of in what you could maybe assume is a desperate attempt to say, "Give me back my food," or
Gotcha.
it is them attacking Kedek. You don't know. You've never seen these things, but you did see that action. You had the option to see that. So whether you would take it one way or the other, that's on you.
Yeah,
You
okay.
don't know
So
their motive.
yeah, since I don't know the motive, I'm not gonna just stab one of these cute little woogies. But I'm gonna get ready to stab one of these cute little woogies depending on how they if they start to get really, really aggressive. Can I just hold an action?
You absolutely can hold your action. What is the action of aggression that you're looking for?
something that would really, cause harm to any of the party. Where there, because you were saying there's an obvious difference between them just trying to like, come on, give me that back, which is adorable, and them trying to rip his face off like an angry chimpanzee, which is very much not fun.
Yes.
If it gets closer to the chimp spectrum, I would definitely want to stab.
Okay, cool.
Want to
Just
stab at that
I'm
point.
I'm having to assess your motive now. Okay, that makes sense.
Mhm.
All right, Elivio.
My turn. I am going to run up there.
Okay.
And that's 30. That's 55. I'm gonna use one of my features, my Blessing of the Raven Queen, and gonna teleport 30 feet forward, and then use the rest of my movement to get up there, and then kind of just draw both of my swords and just kind of be like, what's going on? Like, I don't necessarily want to attack because, oh, they're so cute. But, and I'm assuming I'm seeing what Christopher just saw, so I'm also just kind of waiting for whatever bad thing happens. Like, if there's actually, like, damage being done.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Cool. That's my turn.
Alrighty. Kedek. You just had two of these little creatures kind of be clawing at you. What do you do?
I'm kind of like bobbing and weaving out of the way and just chuckling and giggling and thinking this is the cutest fucking thing I've ever seen. And I'll go, okay, here you go. And I will snap the neck of the rabbit and give it to them.
You kind of describe to me how you're giving it to him. Are you throwing it at him? Are you handing him down to it?
Initially, I wanted to just hand it to him, but I think it's probably better if I just toss it a short distance. Just like over here.
Okay. So yeah, as you do that, they immediately turn their back to you and dive for it. And it is, Christopher, when you looked earlier for blood, you didn't find any. You are seeing it now. It is like full on chimpanzee mode. It is, there's blood, and now you see like rips of skin. You see a little ear from the rabbit kind of like flown up. It is a spiral of death. These Yetis were hungry. Does anybody do anything about that? Anybody
Not
doing
if they're
anything?
not if they're not attacking Kedek.
Kristoff's gonna yell over and go, maybe you want to do a prayer for that one.
Blackthorn's still gonna kind of keep an eye around for any bigger ones.
But I will say that concludes combat.
Well, you killed a rabbit.
They were too cute to kill,
Mhm.
You killed a rabbit.
I mean, yeah.
It's funny. So that was a combat that I created because like the beginning game, there's like no like level 1 combat. And so I'm like, we're session 3. I gotta get you guys doing something. So I created a wild encounter just for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Didn't have to be combat. It could be whatever you guys wanted. And you chose not to kill the cute little critters.
They're too cute.
They
I
were
don't want to
pretty
hurt that.
cute.
Oh, thank you, crying God, the one who endures, for allowing these foul beasts to go on their merry way.
Pretty sure, like, both Alethiel and Christopher are just, like, heavily sighing and, like, rolling their eyes, like, oh my god. This again.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So, excuse me, how do you on? you guys are now realizing that you are not essentially lost because Blackthorn is never lost, but you've lost the trail for sure. You've been distracted a little bit by the Yeti tykes, and now you have to figure out what you're going to do about it. Are you going to continue looking to see if you can find the tracks, stumble upon the creature, or head back?
Or we look for the mama.
Or look for the mama. Yeah, that is another alternative.
Just go straight up Bambi these poor kids.
No. I think we should go back and try to find the dwarf. Like, do maybe like a stakeout and try to find the dwarf that's been peeking in.
We've been going back to the same spot, it sounds like, too. Because Trovis followed him out there initially.
Mhm.
Lost the tracks.
Can you imagine if the drunk dwarf in town was actually the thief?
My God.
He was so drunk he forgot.
I can definitely see a drunk doing that, doing things like stealing a goat and stuff.
I have a feeling like the only thing that has kept me from doing that as a person is the lack of goat access, and that is about it.
What if he gets drunk, steals from town, walks out, changes in a full moon, and then grabs the stuff and runs off? Like some kind of werebeast.
A were thief
A were-thief.
Oh.
only steals in full moons.
I mean, these are all things possible. You are certainly true.
But the way that you said that, I don't
He's
think
a
that, like,
were-reindeer.
You are a new player to me. I say things like that all the time. You may certainly stand on this pile of gold that the dragon is underneath and talk about killing her.
Yeah. There's no problem with it. There's no issue.
No way she's gonna hear you.
Never gonna live that one down.
Yeah.
oh, that happened,
That
huh?
was fun.
Yes! Yes, the
Yeah.
final encounter of our last campaign. They literally were talking on the dragon about killing and ambushing the dragon.
I have a doodle for it. It's somewhere.
So, what's the group's decision? You guys want to talk it out? I'm gonna step back. I'm gonna run him. Give me a drink of water. I can hear everything. And I'm going to use the restroom. So you guys, I want some character talking. I've been
No.
prodding it all night long. So I'm gonna sit
Well-
back and be a lazy DM, and y'all figure out what you're doing.
Well, I'm gonna leave it to the experts. I know nothing about tracking and such.
Who's the experts? Oh. Okay.
Well,
Use
you
us?
seem to be somewhat of an expert. You were the first one to find tracks.
I have found many tracks before.
I just work here. I don't know.
Do you have a job? You work?
Yeah, they like told me to, go do the things and whatever, sweep up when you're done and leave, and then, So that's what I do. I don't know.
It makes sense. And Leafield like absolutely does not understand, but is saying that makes sense.
So what do we want to do?
I don't
Well,
know.
The trail has gone cold, so like
It seems
Wow,
our
what happened to your accent?
but I'm not saying it in character. Jeez.
Oh,
It seems our best bet would probably be to set up a spot and wait.
Out here?
Well, yes.
Not out here.
Oh, okay. Back in town.
Around town or around where the tracks change up. If
Mm.
there's a spot to kind of tuck behind under.
I need to find things worth stealing and then watch those. Just watch.
If he's walking the same kind of path every time, then we've got sort of the spot maybe where he transitions out to whatever his ride is. I think it'd
Maybe.
probably be best to do it closer, because he was sitting on the south whatever, under the south dock.
Yeah, we have an idea of where he's gonna come from, but you know, I don't know if he's taking the same path every time. He's gonna notice all
What-
of this.
The weather covers it all up again.
Maybe, but it didn't cover it up for us.
Not as we were going out after him. But I mean, we're what, an hour or two behind him now, and the tracks we can't see anymore. So if he doesn't come back until later, tracks might have swept up since then. But I
That's
think as
fair.
long as we kind of the north side of it, because I mean, I don't know how smart this individual is. A smarter individual probably wouldn't be taking the same path each time.
Right. Well,
Um,
always assume in your enemies that they are more intelligent than you. That way you get screwed over less.
The guy said that this was regularly happening on the same side of town. Then we found this trail. So I think it's safe to assume they ain't smart.
Yeah, and I don't know if this is exact same spot as far as what Trovis had found before, but I think if we can keep an eye on kind of the northern side of the
Okay.
town.
Well, we know they're coming from that side, so if we do that, but also give ourselves an a vantage point where we can see if they try to go around, there's not a lot here to block our vision.
How do we hide? Do we paint ourselves white? Lay on the ground?
You
The
can,
snow's deep enough, you could probably make something to burrow under.
but you should definitely paint yourself white. I mean, all the way.
All the way, not just the tattoos.
No, all the way.
Oh, do you have a problem with the way I look?
No, just to make sure you blend in with the snow. We're talking about how
Oh,
to do
okay, okay.
camouflage.
In my tribe, when we're hunting, we always head in the snow and ambush targets.
I guess you could do that too, but it's less fun than painting yourself.
Hmm.
It's probably best if we go back to town, set up different watches, and stake out whoever's doing this.
And get drinks.
But there is no telling how long this will take.
Which is why we get drinks, because we'll need something to entertain us.
No, if drinking, not watching.
Okay, well, I'm getting drinks.
Hmm.
So we already looked in the general area for like any other clues, right? We have just completely lost the trail.
I
Mhm.
think so.
I'm sort of. Can you hear me?
Mhm.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes.
I got distracted by two things.
Just two?
Well, just two. Yeah, my wife's not having a good night, so I wanted to talk to her real quick. But I was able to listen to everything you guys were talking about for the most part. And then I lost my cream pie. So I was,
no.
No.
I was walking around looking for my cream pie. Where did it go? So anyway, we have only kind of smelt, and we've just kind of loosely looked. So, I'm not saying you've exhausted all of your options, but you've really only have used like 2 cents, if you will.
Yep.
But everything else you guys are talking about is gold. It's great, all viable. But there could be a little bit more exploration if needed.
You
And you
said we're
can't be
kind of in a
lost.
hilly area.
Uh,
Now it's starting to get rocky and stuff.
Yes, it's definitely you are in more rock than you are anything else.
How about we kind of fan out and look for any other tracks? Because like the weather could have covered up part of it, but it could have emerged again. That's what I'm thinking.
Won't cost us anything. Yeah,
Yes,
we can do that.
please
And if you don't
separate
find
the
anything,
party.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm here for.
why don't we all go individually as far away from each other as we possibly can?
Exactly.
Oh, he that endures, I pray that I humble myself right now. Although you have enabled me to think logically, practically, and intelligently, you know all things just as I do not know the path of the wind. I ask for guidance to help this hunter be able to find our quarry. And I will give guidance to Blackthorn. For whatever your next check is needed.
Okay.
So my question is, you guys are we staying together? We kind of like loosely staying together. Everyone's looking.
Elijah's staying near Sten.
I think we're staying mostly together, just like looking around the area,
Okay.
right?
How long are
Well,
you
I do
guys?
suppose we're gonna need to stay in visual sight of one another.
I agree.
Easier for some compared to others.
And are we looking for clues? Or are we just kind of walking around looking? Like, describe to me what we're doing. Like, are we investigating a perimeter, like a small little perimeter, like a 40-foot perimeter, trying to find
I
clue?
think what we're trying to do is take where the tracks had kind of seemed to have tapered off, try to look around the area to see if they pick up anywhere else, and see if there's a way that we can get a better understanding of like what happened to where they went, and is there any remnants there that we can pick the trail back up with.
Excellent. What is your proposed radius?
I shall defer that to the group because I have no idea.
100
Well,
feet?
if you're still piggyback with me,
Yeah, of course I
then
am.
we can go a little bit further because you can see where they are better than I can.
Also, I'm not going to walk that way like a peasant.
This is where you say that this character isn't Stuart, and then you do Stuart shit.
It's the noble. I mean, it's the little dickish.
I know. That's what I was laughing at. I was thinking the same thing. I was like, I just love Eric. Eric is so comfortable being that douchebag. Every group kind of needs it. I love it. Okay. So you guys are okay. So then, how long are we looking? Is my next question.
I don't think we should spend too incredibly long. If we can't find anything, then hopefully the weather would cover up. Because I think the longer we stay out here, the more likely our tracks could get
Also,
seen.
we don't want to stay out in the cold for too terribly long, too, because
Yeah.
we've been out here for a couple hours.
Correct.
And I think maybe a couple hours more, a couple hours to get back, and then that's kind of pushing it.
Makes sense. So search for like maybe an hour or two. See if we find anything, and then go back.
I like that. I don't think if you don't find it in an hour, you're probably not going to find it. So I think that's a good time frame.
Okay. The person doing the searching, give me that survival check with advantage.
I guess I'll do it because I also have guidance,
Ranger.
Yeah.
Here you go.
and then I get double proficiency. So that should be 16, and then guidance is a D4. 17.
Hey, that's a good way to get that out, though.
So, you're searching for about an hour. As you guys are walking around, you're looking. And I'm about to read something, so I apologize. You know me, I stutter and butcher reading. But as you guys are walking along, a blocky stronghold of warmth and charm juts out of the foothills. In a rough crescent shape, only parts of it construction is visible. The rest is blurred in the stone. A large double door of stone serves as the main entrance. The terrain leading to it is a gently upward slope, plain covered with fresh snow. The stream used to flow, a stream used to flow. I can't. That's terrible. A stream used to flow out of the barred culvert northeast of the main entrance, but the waterway has frozen. Two other barred openings can be seen along the stronghold's northern wall. Anyone positioned behind these openings would have an obstructed view of the hillside. Closer to you, separated from the rest of the stronghold, is a snow-covered stone bunker perforated with arrow slits.
Fortress.
So 2 buildings.
Yes, it is 2 buildings. I'm going to move you guys to the map. Give me a second here. Which one is it? It's this one. Okay, it should be black. All right. Now my question is, and this is where I gotta fix everyone's characters. Oh, no, I wanted to see your characters. Wait, what? Okay, why are you? Why don't I see you? Do I not have?
Totally black for me.
Yeah, well, everything should be totally black for everybody. Okay.
My token.
Yes, I want you guys to see your tokens. So I'm gonna move, kind of moving everyone here on a stack here. I'm missing somebody. Who am I missing?
You
Sten.
got me.
I'm missing Sten. Okay, so those that have dark vision
Yeah.
are you guys. Okay, and then I need to fix your guys' dark vision. So you have night vision. What's the feet of your night vision distance?
Normally it's 60 feet.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if somebody had anything different.
Nope.
Mm,
60 feet. In dim light, you can see within 60 feet. Is it
Not until
right?
3rd level.
All right. Yeah, I know yours is crazy, Sten, if you go that route.
Yes.
Quick question. Is there a way I
Yes.
can fasten this lantern to my belt? Or do I have to hold it in my hand?
What kind of lantern is it?
A hooded lantern.
Is it by oil?
Yep.
I would say the walking would make that very difficult. Does that make sense? Because it'll
Don't
be,
burn your naughty parts.
yeah, it'll be bouncing around the oil.
Then I will not be using the lantern of tracking at this moment.
And that's
I will.
my understanding of an oil lantern. I've never used one personally, so if I'm wrong, please tell me.
That's quite
Well,
understandable. Sounds
the way
reasonable.
the
to me.
lantern usually works is like because you have a reservoir. Oh my god, I'm sorry. You have a reservoir of oil in the actual lantern, but then you only have a slit that'll allow that to kind of come up, and it'll actually create a vacuum through the ignition to pull oil in.
Pull
So
oil
you,
up the wick.
yeah. So you don't have. It doesn't just like if you rattle it a little bit, and it's designed that way so that if you do rattle it, it's not gonna like cause a huge explosion.
Okay, so and again, I just want it to be based on science and facts. Could somebody actually do that with a lantern?
Yeah, they could. It'll make their their privates
be
warm, but it
but-
won't burn them off.
Okay. But again, I've never used a lantern, so to me, I'm like, all that the oil being swaying around wouldn't create a good enough
Well,
consistency.
let's just say that should an arrow
Let's
hit the lantern,
Let's just say I keep the lantern of tracking in my backpack, and I just use my produced flame
Okay,
and walk around with it,
and so
Okay.
which is 10-foot bright light, 10-foot dim light.
I have a torch too. I could light.
does everybody now have sort of vision?
I
Pretty
have
much.
sort of vision.
Because so I put on, he got 10 feet of bright light. And then low light is what?
Another 10 feet.
I see
Sorry.
nothing.
You still see nothing.
Hmm.
Yep, everything's black.
Wait,
With
who is that? Oh, that was 10.
I see stuff.
Okay. No, I apologize. I am getting there. I
No
wanted
worries.
to wait because I needed to see here. Oh. Do you see it now,
stuff, understand things.
Robbie?
Yes, bottom right.
Yes. Yep. I didn't have vision toggled for you. I apologize.
No worries.
Do you
You
have
meant literally. I thought you meant like I was born without eyes.
I hate you all. Do you have anything of light producing, Robbie?
Yes, I have a torch.
You'll have a torch. What is the torch rolls, if you don't mind me? Is it the same? Is it 10 and 10?
Probably. Let me look it up. 20 feet bright
Torch.
light and dim light for an additional 20 feet.
So 20 and 20. Okay.
And I can also hit shit with it.
Do you have 20/20 vision?
I do.
And then Sten, are you doing anything with light?
I'll try light a torch too.
Absolutely, you can. $20.
Mhm.
All right, there we go. So everyone should have sight. So I'm gonna kind of paint the picture here because it's in the dark, right? And so there isn't really much light coming from it. So I want to keep your characters authentic here. But you have the hills, the mountain. I need to change my color because that is just too mean. I'm glad I have my second screen up because that was not nice. All right, so you have the hills that are going into here, right? And then this is where the big stone doors are that I had mentioned. They're over here. This is the water that has been frozen over that was talked, so that's going down here. Let me do.
You're pinging all kinds of stuff I can't see, but
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
same here.
Wait, you guys
Not-
can, okay.
Not
Do
not
you guys
quite
see,
in range
do
yet.
you guys see my arrow? Oh, you can even see that?
I could see it. I could see your
Oh.
pings.
Okay. I was gonna say I could see the pings too on my
See,
Oh,
the
I can
pings
see
is
your
over dark.
I can
pings.
see the paint.
I-
But
Oh, but you can't
it's-
see anything.
Yep.
Correct.
I can see it.
I'm
I'm
trying to get you
superior,
guys
so-
bearings. I because the game is the way it is. Like,
Oh yeah.
I want to keep it there because it helps when we start getting into smaller stuff. But you're able to see this far. You're just not really able to see this far, if that makes sense. So what I just described. So you have the
Gotcha.
doors. They're over here, and then this is the crescent shape. So this is what it looks like. It lowers. So this is from where your guys are, and you guys will tell me where your approach is, because you guys are going to be where this dragon head is right here. Whether which direction you want to approach. So whether you want to approach from this side, from this side or up in the middle, like wherever you want to approach, you'll let me know. There is a little wooden bridge down here that you'll be able to see. But down here is 40 feet, and each line that you see is an increase of 10. This is, what is it? Water level. So this is ground zero, and then this is going down. Am I painting a decent enough picture? And then this is
Yep.
the
Yeah,
second
so you get the little
structure.
canyon that the bridge is like in the center of this canyon depression, and then the regular ground is where you were starting your arrow.
Correct. And it looks like so, and then this right here looks like what may have been like an old path leading up to the front door, and you're able to see this door structure. So
And now the dragon has lipstick.
I was gonna say, did someone put lipstick on the
Yeah.
dragon?
bunch of well, you don't play D&D with a bunch of artists.
Oh, and some blush.
So
But who is she?
So with that being
Bruised.
said, is there any questions about what you guys are seeing on the map?
No questions.
No.
Okay, cool.
Not at all.
It's hard to
Not
paint a
yet,
picture.
at least.
And so yeah. So without moving your tokens too much, tell me the approach you guys want to go. Do you guys want to come from the south? Do you guys want to approach from the east? So this would be the south, this would be the east, or like the south in the concave, like the depression of the river there. If you guys even want to approach it at all.
I do.
You said there was arrow slits.
Yes, you are seeing the arrow slits around this structure right here.
As
wanna
Kennick, like, I'm gonna
Yeah,
tap Kennick
okay.
on the shoulder and I'm gonna point those out though, like, careful.
Are they on this side as well?
Doesn't look like they are.
Friend, do you want to maybe sneak up and see if safe?
Yeah. I'm gonna hop off. And then try to sneak up to them and see if I can see if there's anybody behind them.
So what is it that you're wanting to do?
So I want to hop off Kennick's back real quick and then
Okay.
approach those arrow slits that you were talking about
Okay.
and see if I can see if there's anybody behind them or it's something to worry about.
Okay.
And you're trying to be sneaky, right?
Yeah, very sneaky.
Give me a sec. Oh, that's so funny. Oh, okay. No, it's not. Never mind.
I get shot in the face,
Don't
huh?
say that.
Well, no, I'm an idiot. Like the way things are numbered, I was like that. They did it wrong on roll 20, but they didn't. I'm just an idiot. I can't read. I can't read things paragraph. Like I don't know. Anyways, I'm trying to see if it kind of clarifies how high the arrow slits are. If you would even be able to make that decision, or will you have to climb through?
Say how tall the building is?
Yeah, the structure out here, because the arrow slits are obviously not going to be, not necessarily ground level. So I will say this, looking at this stone bunker stands 15 feet tall. The rough edge of its constructions indicates that it was cut from a single piece of stone. So I will say that the arrow slits are at ground level. So if you want to walk up and look through them, you would be able to if you chose to do so.
I would like to do that, but sneaky.
Okay.
Then sneaky?
What's your approach? Can you draw it with your paint?
Yes. You want an arrow or a paint?
Paint could be easier because I can kind of see the route in which you're kind of thinking. But you could use the arrow if needed.
Ah! Why? It keeps trying. Sorry, it keeps trying to do things.
You're fine.
Such a lovely tablet.
Like, okay, so if Robbie is able to show you that, that's the other option.
Yeah. Do you want me to do it for you, Eric?
Yeah, really, because
Cool.
this.
I know knowing now that you're on a tablet too. I can only imagine how hard it is to draw. Because
I can do it myself. I can do it. No, I can't.
Walker can totally do this better than what you've done. In fact, I'm gonna help you out, and I'm just gonna delete your
Oh, thank God. Thank you. Delete my shame.
Masterpiece.
whatever this shameful garbage is. Is anybody else wanting to approach with him, or is he just kind of doing it?
Remember if I took sneak. I did. I have stealth. Yeah, I'll go up with you.
Okay. So where is everybody wanting to like be at when this happens?
Is there cover nearby?
I'm thinking I want to be somewhere over on this side to where I might not be able to be targeted by the arrow slits as easily.
Okay. Go ahead and move your characters there.
Yeah, I'm looking for any kind of cover.
You're gonna need a lot.
Yep.
I was just about to say you are the cover.
Should I roll stealth?
I'm wanting to get everyone in position first.
Oh, that's
Okay.
not at all unnerving.
What?
Getting everybody in position before we even start. That sounds like
Oh yeah, no.
before you light the wick.
That's,
By the way,
foreboding DM talk for sure.
that beer that you gave me, I feel so as close to that beer as the lady in Titanic felt to that necklace.
It's been a while,
You gonna
huh?
throw it off the edge of the boat?
Yeah, I honestly, I haven't felt this way in a long, long time.
It's been 80 years.
All right. So getting everyone in position. Blackthorn, is that where you're wanting to stay?
Yeah, I don't want to be next to the people with the torches.
I don't want to be where they shoot.
Good to know. Sten, where are you going, sir?
I have no idea.
Are you wanting to stay with the group? Are you wanting to try to sneak with your torch? What are you thinking?
I mean, I have no idea. There's no map here, so.
Wait, what?
Oh, you can't
Oh.
see map?
Well, Tony had popped out for a second as far as losing connection with Discord, so I don't know
Oh.
if maybe that affected his roll.
Oh, I'm an idiot. Can you see things now, sir?
Oh, I can see now, yes.
Yeah! You should have. Okay, so don't be afraid to speak up. Okay, so I want you to have a moment to look over the map. Do you have any questions? I'm going to kind of repaint the stuff here, to show you. So, this is where everyone's been. This is the northern wall. This is the stone bunker thing with arrow slits, and then this is the western wall, and the door is over here somewhere. You're able to kind of see it, but it's really dark. You're not able to truly make it out, and that's why I'm keeping the lights the way they are. So where would you like to go, sir?
So what's what? Is this am I in ice right now, or is this ice over here, or what?
Mostly stone and snow. The ice is going to be the water that's down here at the very bottom of the hill. And each line indicates 10 feet going down, and this is the lowest point where the water is, and then it goes back up.
All right. Probably go right here.
Okay. And then my two sneakies are where. What is your approach? Are you guys kind of trying to come from this way? You're gonna try to come from this way. What's your approach?
The first one.
The first
I'm
one.
just following Christopher.
All right. I'm gonna move you on over there with Christopher. All right. Let me get your two stealth rolls.
Wait, why do I have heavy armor on?
Mhm.
That's weird. It should have been. Wait,
Right.
what?
No, you're fine.
Yep, something clicked that you shouldn't.
Yeah, it's probably. There's no way you're in heavy armor.
Mhm.
Well, actually, hang on. You might be.
You have like a heavy armor thing in your inventory with a little checkbox next to it checked.
Is scale mail heavy armor?
I think
I
it
don't
is.
think so.
What?
No, that's medium armor.
Does scale mail have the?
It does have
Disadvantage.
Stealth disadvantage.
Yep.
Yes, it is.
Oh man.
Mhm.
Okay.
If you would like
I'm-
to backtrack and not do that, that's perfectly
Ye-
fine.
Yeah, I would like to do that. I
Yep.
thought.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, cool. Thank you.
Okay.
I can keep Christopher company. Yes.
So, where are you gonna be back with the group?
Yeah.
You said Blackthorn. You're gonna go instead.
Yeah, I'll keep him company.
Okay, good.
So I guess I'll pop down here.
All right, give me a roll, please.
Couldn't find
I
it.
don't think I
You,
did any. Yeah, I didn't do you any favors.
Rock them! I damn near killed him.
Crunch, 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 crunch.
All right. So as you guys are approaching, you guys get right up to. I'm gonna move you guys real quick to about here, where you're just 10 feet below, and then out of the arrow slit, surprise, surprise, an arrow comes out.
Not really.
Oh no.
Not really surprising.
Give me a second. Let me see if I can pull this guy. It's funny. Hang on. Oh, I just sneezed and it was very violent.
Bless your
Um,
face.
Thank you.
Hold on, dad sneeze.
All right. So, oh my god.
well, in that case, I'm going to go to the stream to watch it. Oh, I just saw it. Oh my god.
Okay, there's got to be. All right, don't say that out loud.
No, please do. Say it. Just spill the beans already.
There it is. Okay. So a bolt will shoot out. It's gonna be at you, Blackthorn, because, well, sorry,
Nine.
your
Yeah.
roll was
That's
garbage.
9.
Yeah.
9. But it's a natural 1, and it's a miss. So we are going to go into the initiative.
Here's the other real battle.
Did I just move the whole map?
I
I don't think so.
I think so.
Everybody.
Click your token.
Click your token. And
You
roll
got it, boy.
initiative.
Gosh, that was the only thing I really remembered. Like, that's the one thing I will always remember now.
Just click your token.
Clicking the token. That is the one guaranteed thing that I probably will forget next time, just because I said this.
The one guaranteed thing that I'll probably forget.
The one thing I remember. The one
But
thing
it's
I'm
got
gonna
the best
forget.
chance.
All right, is
Wait.
that everybody? No way. 1, 2, 3,
No,
4.
it said you wanted to send the result of the roll, but the turn tracker, but no valid token was selected. Are you
Oh,
fucking kidding me?
oh
I
my
literally
God.
did.
Oh my god.
And you made such a big thing out of it.
I know. It was an 8, my original one.
I'm missing. Okay, there's Elijah. Yours was originally an 8.
Mhm.
Fixed. Everyone's good. All right. So first up, Blackthorn. You just had a bolt shoot out of the arrow slit right at you, and it nailed you right in the feet.
Can I fire back?
You can.
disadvantage or
They have cover.
cover?
I gotta look that up.
Arrow slits, I think, give 3/4 cover.
Yeah. Do you
Or
know?
full cover if they shoot and then
It
Turn
gives
to
a
the
boost
side.
to their AC, doesn't it?
Yeah, it
Mhm.
is. Let's see here.
Like 10 or something.
Combat cover.
No, I think
3/4
it's just
cover
like
plus
5.
Yep.
Plus 5.
And dexterity stars. I love
10
that
would be
I can.
crazy.
I love that I can search everything. It's been so long. I apologize for how slow everything is.
You're good.
You better be sorry.
My question is, okay, hang on. What is the AC for a shield? Is it normally 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's plus 2.
Okay. So it's actually that instead, and then plus the 5. Okay. All right, roll your damage if you're gonna
Yeah.
roll if you're gonna attack through the arrow slits.
Yep.
That will miss.
Okay. I think that's all I can really do on this turn. I'm definitely gonna just kind of hold this spot.
Okay. Anything else?
No,
Kedic.
that'll be it.
Do I know that he's been fired on?
I would say so. I'm sure you were watching the stealth party walk up, and definitely seeing him pull out a longbow would have been very obvious.
Okay. Can I move diagonally here, or is that elevation thing too much?
You can move diagonally. I'm fine.
Okay.
If you are like gonna be like going down to like next to Blackthorn or and like going all crazy, then yeah, but that you could easily run that ledge.
So that was 5, 10, 15 feet of movement.
Okay.
And then you said this is like 15 feet tall?
It is. Yes, the whole bunker itself is 15 feet tall.
Okay, so I have 15 feet of movement left. Would I need to dash to get up there to climb it?
If you want to use all of your turn to get to the top of this stone bunker, I will let you do that.
Yes, I would like to do that.
Okay. I can't put you in it because me putting you in it would be in it. But you are. Oh, get back out of there. You're on top.
Imagination.
So,
Right?
yeah. Imagination. Actually, it'll be fine. You can go in. I mean, you guys can see the one thing that's in there, anyways. So.
But I'm not inside. I'm
You
just
are
on
not
top.
inside. You are in top. Yep. It is a completely covered structure.
Okay. I can't fit through one of these arrow slits, can I? I mean, sometimes they're
You
they're
can't
big
even
enough.
fit through a door. You can fit through an arrow slit.
Okay.
Nobody in the party will be able to fit through the arrow slit.
So before maybe you will be a forgiving and DM and let me retcon it. It's like, was there a door at the bottom of this tower and I'm just being fucking stupid?
You are not being fucking stupid.
Okay.
You have seen 0 points of entry.
Okay, cool. Do I see any? Well, because the darkness stuff is considering me inside this room right now.
Correct.
Do I see anything off of it, like since I'm on top of the tower and not actually inside of it?
Yeah, here, I'll just move you here, and you can get a little bit better vision.
Okay.
Does that kind of clear it up a little bit more for you?
Yes.
Okay.
Does Roll20 have a mouse setting that's set to not bad?
A mouse?
Yeah. There's got to be a way, because I had another tablet and I could like do things, but now it changes the map every time I do anything.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I'm not tech support. I don't know.
No, I was actually kind of asking Josh.
Oh.
I'm not sure about tablets.
He's definitely better with Roll20 than I am.
Well, I'll just be more chaotic than normal, which is saying something.
Which is perfectly fine. And if you kind of describe,
Oh,
I
no.
can help move you around.
Okay,
And
good.
if need be, if you need, I can give Robbie control of your character, and you could just kind of go to him if needed. And so you can point on his screen and be like, "Go there." So. But
If I used all of my action to get up here, that's it for my turn.
I think so. I think you did quite a bit, unless there was a little something more that you wanted to try to do.
Not that I can think of.
I'm going to put you back to where you wanted to be, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, because I mean, to me, I'm like, that's it. It's 15 feet. Even for you, is still. There's got to be some effort. So, getting you up there, I'm satisfied with that. Hopefully, you are. And Elefiel.
Oh my god, it's my turn. Well, arrows, let's just arrows shot out. Well, just one arrow. I kind of would like to run across and kind of be by one of the arrow slits and I suppose hold my attack until I see an arrow fly out and like try to stab my sword in, kind of thing.
Okay.
If that can work.
Absolutely, it could. I don't see why not.
I
Cool.
like it.
So what's that movement?
Would I be able to stand right here? Or is Kedek in the way?
Kedek is on top of the structure. So absolutely,
okay.
absolutely, you could stand right there if that's where you would like to stand.
Nope. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
I'm gonna have my swords out. And that's my turn
I'm gonna
until an
move
arrow
you
flies
again,
out.
Kedek, I apologize. Okay. So
You good?
you're looking for that corner piece right there.
Yes.
Okay. Perfect. Just wanna just popped up and saw I had still the little takes. All right, Sten.
All right.
Wait a second. Oh. It's always funny. I'm like, what do you do when you're getting shot from an arrow slit?
You'd be surprised how many times that comes up in a day-to-day.
Going to go right here and take the dodge action.
Okay, anything else?
That's about it.
Alrighty. Christopher.
He was looking for something at my computer, and now he's running back.
Oh.
Almost.
Okay, sorry. God damn. Did I see the trajectory at which did I see the bolt come out, or was it too fast?
I would say roll me a perception check.
Perception check.
I will easily say that, like, as you're approaching, right, because you're going to be keeping an eye on the structure. Your objective was to look into the arrow slits. So as you're
And
sneaking,
also to not get shot.
correct. So I imagine you're keeping your eyes on. So you saw something maybe kind of fill the arrow slot and then shoot, and now it isn't there. So I will say that out of the center one here, you assume you saw a figure. The bolt came out and That's what I think your character would be believing you saw.
Okay, so I would want to run up to the. I can do this. This one.
Okay.
And I'd like to, because the slit is not at ground level, right? It's a little bit up in the air, right?
It's a little bit up in the air. Not much, but a little bit.
So I'd like to kind of, all super cool commando style, slide up underneath it and get ready to aim my short bow in through it. Get ready to fire in case it's one of those things where it's right there. But other than that, take a look inside from what I can see, and be ready to shoot if there is something in there that could shoot. Does that make sense?
Yes. So you are going up there, and it's not a hold action, right? Or
no, not if I see something, because if I see something, I'm shooting it right then.
Okay, so you're going up there right now, and you're trying to sneak up, kind of peek your head in to see what you can see.
Yeah, and if there's something in there, I'll shoot it. If there's not, then I'll just go slink back down underneath it and be ready to go, later.
Okay.
But try to be underneath what is shooting.
All right, give me a perception check. Okay, you see a white dwarf, not frantically, like a white grayish dwarf, not frantically, but in excitement, recharging a crossbow up against his back's up against that back wall. So you're
I shoot him
to the side. Okay.
If I see him, I shoot him, and preferably in the face, region.
All right. It'll be a normal shot, but at point blank, which I don't think does anything if it's another ranged character, correct?
If it's a ranged attack within melee, is disadvantage.
Wait, but would I not necessarily know how he's really, really close? Because
if he's within 5 feet.
Okay, because I wouldn't use a short bow if it was that close. If I peeked up, saw him there, I would probably
because if you can just reach up and stab him, then
I mean, if you can reach up and stab him, why wouldn't you reach up and stab him, right?
Yeah, I would say, what's your weapon?
Rapier.
Yeah, I would say you would be able to, at an angle, right? Because it's an arrow slit, and he's got his back to it, next to it. You could take it at an angle and try to stab him.
I would like to. Can I get him around the eyes?
You are literally, you're poking a stick through a little hole, and you're just hoping to get what you can get.
Oh yeah, well, God.
I would say it would be
Saturday.
hard to aim. Yeah. All right, roll your attack. You miss.
Yeah, it was a little hole.
Anything else?
I'm gonna duck down back under it.
Okay. Elijah.
Elijah's gonna holler out. Apologies, occupant. We are just travelers, and we saw a place of warmth and was investigating. Please do not fire upon us again. We just wish to get some warmth before we carry upon our travels.
They have a sign that says
Fine.
no solicitation.
In my good Christian home.
All right. Anything else?
Nope.
And it is their turn. In response to your claim, another bolt is shot at Blackthorn.
Oh well, fuck this guy.
Does an
I hate you so much, I'm gonna shoot this guy.
Does an 18 hit you?
That hits.
Okay, he's literally the only one that's in sight.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Oof. What is that damage? Jiminy Christmas.
Just don't.
Max damage 12. Sorry, friend.
Well, I'm unconscious.
Oh my god, I can't believe
Level
your
1
character's gonna
health.
die.
Yeah. a D10 plus 2 rolled a 10. I was like, damn. I saw that. So 12 piercing damage. And Elefiel, you're able to see this next thing because you're observing through that arrow slit. You see the dwarf run after shooting. Run. There is a like a trap door in the back, and disappears. Goes down into the little trap door.
Was I able to get a stab in?
Unfortunately, not. He was a fair bit away from you. He was
Okay. He was at a different window.
Yeah,
I get.
He was
I
10
understand.
Good 10 feet away. Oh, that's funny. I need to double check the scaling on this map because yeah, I think you guys are too big. So we may have to address that next time. That's so
Yeah, your
funny.
token was
Oh, I
really
thought he was
tiny.
just really small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's funny is. Oh yeah, I'll have to look at that.
The dwarf.
Yeah, roll 20. Obviously does everything. Oh. Yeah, for sure. I had to make you guys smaller. Sorry.
Well, for good news, my mouse works again for some reason that I didn't do anything, but now it does.
Well, good.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
The feats aren't going to be correct, so I apologize about that. We will fix that. But I like the cliffhanger of Jordan of Blackthorn being unconscious as we end, because that will end combat. So the dwarf creature takes a shot, feels the presence, the rapier's coming in. He's able to see Elefiel out of the other arrow slit. They are all alone, and takes the shot and gets out. And so we are out of combat, and we will leave it there.
Well,
Bum bum bum.
Yes. So I need
The suspense.
I got to take a quick note here. I need to fix your guys's. Yeah. So I apologize about that. Usually when I put characters on a thing, it does it automatically. Oh, that's yours. Burn notes.
what you can probably do, because just shrinking our characters,
Doesn't do it. I gotta. Yeah.
you're going to change the grid size, the grid size.
Yeah. Which should help.
Yeah, you should just be able to put it at 0.5.
Yeah. Let me see here.
Thought you were just gonna make a note to deal with it later, like I do, where you make a note that says "people are huge," and then like 2 days later, you have to figure out what the hell you meant by that. I have so many notes in my phone of like, you should consider things more. Like, what the fuck did that mean, Eric?
So many art
Uh-oh.
notes like that.
What did
Where
it
it's
mess,
just like,
did it mess everything
A
up?
lot of the map just revealed.
Yeah.
We've seen forbidden things.
Uh
I
oh.
mean, I can see up to here.
You see
There
nothing.
you go. Now we see nothing.
Oh yeah, I do see that it did that. I mean, but that's, you know what's funny? I'd rather that. Like, that's what I kind of want you to have.
It is funny.
Because then you could see you could see the outside. That's so funny that me addressing that allowed. All right, and then so here's the annoying thing.
Proof that does shit sometimes works out.
It does sometimes. So I did what you said. I did the 0.5, but it did not change you guys.
No, you'll have to change each of us individually.
But I can't
Right,
make you
did you-
small.
Are you doing the grid overlay?
So it's scale. So it's the grid scale
Oh.
distance.
No, you don't want to mess with the scale. You want to change
The grid.
the grid size. Yeah.
So. Is
And
that
I
what-
can't remember just off the top of my head how to do that.
I figured it out.
Okay.
Okay, cool. But then it changed.
And if the map originally had a grid on it, then it should be 4 squares in each of
Yes.
the original
Yeah,
maps of
that's what it did.
squares. So
Thank you, sir. Well, that makes it a lot better. Honestly, I did feel like you guys were so big.
that bridge looked awfully small.
Yeah.
For once, I felt like I was big, though. It was nice.
So little technical errors there, guys. I apologize. I'll have to double check that before I get on these maps.
I've got to research more prayers and come up with more prayers for
I felt that
different
this
situations.
I felt that the second one was you just off the cuff.
That's how you want them to believe it. Just say it was. Just say it was right there.
I don't remember what the second one was. I may have been combining a couple of my passages together.
We also, like, there's a bunch of pamphlets that get left on our mailbox that we can send your way if you want.
That's what I need more of.
And I'm sure if we tell the neighborhood that Robbie and I are gay, we'll probably end up with a whole lot more.
So many.
Oh my
I can't believe
god.
there's that many churches that just go out looking for gay people to join them.
Yeah, that's what it
Oh,
is.
they're trying to get their quotas up.
Actually, there is a Lutheran church that's right next to my parents' house that is like, we love LGBT. And it is, aw, that weird that you said it that way, but that's nice. It's good.
Be right back, guys. I'm going to end my stream real quick. I'll be back. Well, with that being said, I appreciate everybody who's come out and hung out the last couple of times I've done D&D. If you were here for my normal content, which is like Guild Wars 2, which I'm super excited about, I'm loving it. I really am. I've been looking at different websites, doing different anything. I'm obsessed, and that's probably a bad thing or a good thing. We'll see. But I usually take the weekend off, so I'm going to spend some time with my family. A little overdue. We got a lot of fun Christmassy things planned, so we'll be doing that. And with that, if you are wanting to join the Discord to kind of hang out and do a little bit more, I think it's !Discord. You can come join, come hang out. I've been posting some stuff on Guild Wars, stuff like that. We talk, maybe plan some things if you're interested in that. But as I end the stream every single time, if you enjoy the stream, you want to support the stream, give me a follow. If you really like the stream, tell a friend. And with that, I'm going to bed. Good night, everybody.